With what is going on now, I think our society should normalize welcoming women that left an abusive marriage. We need to start welcoming them with open arms. We really need to start celebrating them rather than criticizing them, trying to put them down, mocking them. Shout out to every woman out there who took the courage, who is so bold, who chose to be alive rather than sticking with an abusive man. Shout out to you. I've come to realize that a lot of these women stick to an abuser just because of what society will say. And it's so sad that most of the times their parents and family members also made them to stick to these abusers. Because sometimes when they try to leave, their families threatens them. Some even go as far as, making peace, encouraging them to stay, that everything will be fine and all that. And before you know it, they still find themselves staying and enduring all the bullshit and all the abuse. And some will claim it's their children. But a lot of times, to be honest with you guys, it's not because of their children. These women don't stay because of their children. They stay because of what society will say, what their family will say, what their friends will say, what their neighbors will say. Another thing we need to do is to start raising our female children to be financially independent, to be financially stable. Let's stop raising them for men. Because a lot of times, we as a society believe that a woman should definitely end up with a man. So as a young girl, as you are growing, your own mind is just telling you. So as a young girl, once you are done with school or something, or you've come of age, the next thing you're thinking is marriage. So I'm not even bother thinking about their career, their future, to build themselves, to learn a skill, go to school. They are just busy thinking about marriage, how to be with a man. Our parents also contribute to this because as they're growing, they are making you understand that you need to get married. And when you even come of age, they will start pressurizing you. They will start asking you when you get married. Start, making it look as if that your life and your existence on earth depends on a man. So you just have to marry. We need to stop doing that. We need to do that. We need to start encouraging our female children to build themselves, to learn a skill, to go to school, to be financially independent, to start a business, to be financially stable before getting married. So that by the time they get married and the husband isn't treating them well, it will be very easy for them to leave. Because some of these women also are stuck in the hands of these abusers because they don't have anywhere to go to. Because the man provides everything for them. So they don't even have the money and they're not financially stable enough to stand on their own. Since all their life they've been depending on these abusers. So they are stuck basically. So they find it difficult to live. So it's very important for us to teach our young girls how to be financially independent at a very young age. Once your child finishes from secondary school, let her learn a skill. Let her learn a business. Let her go to school. If there's no money for business, then let her learn a skill. Teach her to be financially independent, to start pursuing her life, her career, her future, herself. Not just sitting at home and waiting for one man to come and marry her. Yeah? Let's at least help them. Because the rate of domestic violence that is going on now is alarming and is heartbreaking. It's so sad. And sadly, a lot of you that will still come across this video, you are facing the same thing in your marriage, but you still don't want to leave. You are still stuck there. It is not easy. To summon that courage to leave, it's very difficult. And most times, there is nothing you will say that will convince these people that are facing domestic violence in their home to leave. It's only God's grace, and it takes them alone to make that decision for themselves to leave. If they don't make that decision for themselves, no one can. Not even your advice, not even all these videos flying up and down that they are saying now will convince them until they decide to make up their mind by themselves to leave. So I urge you out